YTBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison, and I'm dropping this quick video. I'm talking about the wisdom of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now that his career is over, guys, I've actually had some time in retrospect to think about his career. This is probably one of the smartest men to ever lace up a pair of gloves, okay? I'm still kind of, he's not TBE to me, but you know what? We have to acknowledge that this guy is the smartest man to ever lace up a pair of gloves. And I'm going to tell you why Floyd Mayweather is so wise. And Floyd Mayweather told the whole story at his press conference. He talked about everything that he had. He said, you know what? When I first saw a Bentley for the first time, he said, you know what? I got to have one of those. He said, when I saw a Rolex for the first time, he said, you know what? I got to have one of those. But the first thing that Floyd did was he had a plan. He made a plan. He actually set up a game plan to get those things. And Floyd began to dedicate himself to his craft like nobody else did. I can't say that there's anybody else that works harder in the sport of boxing. I just can't say it. I cannot. I will not say it. And I don't even think there's anybody that worked as hard as Floyd Mayweather did. I don't know. I don't know if he's out there, but right now, I can't see it. I cannot see it. You see, Floyd said something very telling. He said that these young guys, they want everything that I have. They want what I have, but they're not willing to do what I did. This guy, he said he's worked out for 20 years. I'm talking about worked out every day. Even in off season, when he's not doing anything, he'll get up in the morning and he'll work out. I mean, he'll just work out. He'll get some cardio in or he'll do something. Can you think of anyone that's done anything for 20 years consistently? Anybody? The majority of the time, the answer is going to be no. You see, you have to be an utter fool to say that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not perfect. I mean, was not relevant in the sport of boxing. You have to be a dummy. You have to be dummy to say that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not important to the sport of boxing. Very important. See, one thing that Floyd did was he taught these young guys, he taught them that you don't have to, be a vegetable when you get out of the sport of boxing. I mean, when I listen to Freddie Roach talk, when I listen to Muhammad Ali, when I listen to the Mayweathers, when I listen to all these guys, and even Antonio Tarver, you can kind of tell, man, that these guys, they've taken so much punishment that it's not even funny that, for the rest of their lives, that's how they're going to have to live. They did it for the crowd. They did it to please the crowd, and I get this is a combat sport. But what about your life? What about when the lights are off? What about when you take the gloves off? What about when you sitting at home and you all alone in your house and you can't even have a coherent thought? You can't even play with your kids like you want to. And these things were important to Floyd. So Floyd began to craft his defense. He began to work and be a student of the defensive game. Guys, that's ingenious. Because then he took that. He took hatred. He took the hatred that people had for him and he turned that into a profit. See, Floyd embraced that hatred. Mike Tyson, when he fought, Mike didn't embrace the hatred. Mike didn't embrace that at all. Mike was ready to go kill people and hurt people. Floyd Mayweather embraced that hatred and made money off of that. I mean, it's ingenious. It's ingenious, man, because people criticize. No matter what you do, you're going to get criticized. But he took the criticism and turned it into money. I thought it was ingenious, man. And you know what? I even found out that, Floyd was talking about his TMT. His TMT gear. He makes $10 million a year on TMT gear. And it's just something that him and 50 Cent came up with, the money team. I don't even know. Am I right about that? I don't even know if 50 Cent helped him come up with that. I think he was always saying the money team, but I think he wanted to do like a money team promotions. I think that's what it was. But, I can't go anywhere in this country without seeing somebody with a TMT hat or a TMT shirt. I can't go anywhere. Even in the school I teach at, I see some of the kids wearing TMT paraphernalia. Okay, TBE. Floyd Mayweather said one time he make about $4 to $5 million a year on TBE alone, just a hat TBE. And dude just kind of said TBE, I'm TBE. And all of a sudden everybody else starts saying it, and now he's making millions of dollars off TBE apparel. Okay, he surrounded himself with people that can do what he can't do. Well, people say, the man can't read. I tell you what, he the smartest illiterate man that I know. Because he got a publicist named Kelly Swanson, and I tell you what, I think that woman earned every penny of what she make from Floyd. Because I guess if Floyd can't read, Kelly can read, and guess what? He ain't went wrong, he ain't bankrupt, he ain't any of that stuff. Having, this kind of publicist with him. And I think it's good. He got Leonard Ellaby, which for years I always wondered, what does Leonard Ellaby do besides hold Floyd feet? And I know Leonard Ellaby, he can't be a barber because the way his goatee and his shave look, I don't think he cutting Floyd hair or giving Floyd a shape up or anything. But Leonard Ellaby, And so for some reason, I think he does have a role. I'll figure that out. He's a good do boy. I tell you what, whatever Floyd say do, Leonard Ellerby get the job done. But no, I'm just playing. But the smartest thing that Floyd Mayweather Jr. ever did was surround himself with Al Haymon. You see, Al was really fresh out the music business when he met Floyd, and he was kind of dibbling dabbling in boxing. He had a brother that fought, but I guess Floyd kind of took a chance with Al Haymon because Floyd really didn't know what Al was about. I mean, Al talked a good game, and Al came through with everything he said. Al came through, but I guess Floyd is also a genius for recognizing that Al Haymon was much more of a businessman than Bob Arum was. I'm sorry. Bob Arum is rich beyond his means, but Al Haymon is a better businessman than Al Haymon. And we can't refute that, can we? Look at PBC. Look at all the fighters that Al Haymon has under his banner. People turning down multi-million-dollar contracts to stay with Al Haymon. I think the evidence, I don't even need to show you that. Al Haymon is a much better businessman. Floyd took a chance on Al Haymon. That's the smartest thing he ever did. Because not only did Al Haymon say that I'm going to make you riches beyond your imagination, he did that and then some. Okay, Floyd Mayweather is going to be a billionaire. He's going to be a billionaire real soon. I mean, he said in his press conference he's made over $800 million in the fight game. $800 million. Okay? That's a lot of money. He's only $200 million away from being a billionaire. See, you have to be utterly an idiot to say that this man did not change the face of boxing. He did financially, definitely financially. But he's also saying that you don't have to be a total slave. Like these guys out of Bob Arum, they slaves. They're complete slaves of Bob Arum. Bob Arum takes a huge chunk of it. And I'm also going to drop a video on how the promotional game works. And I'm going to use something simple that the average person, that you and I, we can understand. I'm going to use something simple about how the promotional game works. But, yeah, man, he just didn't want to be a slave. Like, Floyd took chances. He took chances where no other people would take a chance. Could you imagine if Manny Pacquiao went out there on his own and started Pacquiao Promotions? You know it would have been a hit. You know it would have been big. Manny Pacquiao could have went out and started Pacquiao Promotions if he chose to. And he would have been probably a big star just like Floyd. Manny is a big star. But why did it take for him to have the biggest fight in history to get himself financially stable again? See, think about it. And Floyd Mayweather brought that stuff up, man. He brought it up, man. And even when they was meeting, Floyd, when they were making a fight with Pacquiao, Floyd was making Manny even think about the possibility of being financially independent, man. Like, you don't need Bob Arum. You don't need Bob Arum to get to where you go. You're already a star. He didn't need Bob Arum. And Floyd figured out, man, I don't need Bob Arum. He got rid of Bob Arum and got Al Haymon in there. See, Bob Arum really didn't think Floyd would blow up. Bob Arum didn't think that. He thought Oscar was going to be the cash cow, and that's just it. Bob never thought that. But see, Al Haymon saw something. Al Haymon saw a star. So Floyd surrounded himself with somebody who believed in him. See, he didn't surround himself with somebody who just didn't give two rats of a crap about him. He didn't do that. And another thing that Floyd Mayweather really said that really got to me in that post-fight interview, he said that you guys, the media, you built Manny Pacquiao up, which is okay, cool. They should have. He said you guys were the one that said I was running from him. But then we know the truth came out. We know that Floyd Mayweather had been trying to make that fight for years. The proof is already out there. You can thumb down the video. I could care less. I could be an ant pissing on wood. I don't care. But you cannot deny the facts. The evidence is already out there that Floyd Mayweather had been trying to make that fight for years. He had tried to make it, and even Freddie Roach said that it wasn't Mayweather's fault the first time. It was their fault. Okay? But with all that being said, though, he said, you guys created Manny Pacquiao to be this beast that could beat me. And then, he said, I made you guys eat your words. See, Floyd Mayweather has also made profit out of making the media eat their own words. The man's a genius. He's a genius. And you can apply this to your own life. He pretty much in that interview, that post-fight interview or that post-fight press conference, he pretty much told you how to make a lot of money. He told you how to make a lot of money. He explained to you how you be successful. He did it in 48 minutes. I mean, seriously. And I kept that video and I actually recorded it. I downloaded it to my computer, and I'm going to listen to it again because he's telling you a lot of nuggets. And I'm going to apply this to the athletes that I train. I'm going to apply this to my own personal life, because it does work. I mean, Floyd Mayweather is a genius. He's point blank, without a shadow of a doubt, the smartest man to ever lace up a pair of gloves. And I actually respect the fact that he's done that. And there's a lot of people that hate Floyd Mayweather, but really they don't like the man because they're wondering, how did this African American man manage to amass all this money? What did he do to get that money? What did he do to make so much money? And that's what a lot of people want to know. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.